What's up? Yeah, I know you're probably wondering, whoa, where's the intro? Why did we stop the clock? That's because we just couldn't wait any longer. We had to get on the stream to let you know there is a yeah, I know you're wondering, huh? Yeah, that's because there's a very special guest in the building, ladies and gentlemen. This might be one of our biggest guests ever. As you can see, we got a little place for him to sit. Well, I mean, do you remember a few weeks ago? I know. Do you remember a few weeks ago that right here on The Chase, live on the show, we bid $3 million on the golden auction for the Honus Wagner PSA 1.5? Yeah, you remember that? Well, then we told you we ended up purchasing the card for 3.7. The day is finally here, ladies and gentlemen. A drum roll, whatever you want to do, make some noise, because coming into the room right now is the Honus Wagner. It is being presented to us by these gentlemen. Please, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
How you guys doing? Thank you so much.
Let's come around.
Whatever you feel comfortable with. I want to make sure there's enough room for you guys to get behind here.
We're good.
All right.
We are good.
So, gentlemen, how are you? How you doing this morning?
Oh, we're doing great. How are you? You're
Doing well. Pretty exciting moment, huh?
Absolutely.
It is.
I would say so, right?
One of the most infamous cards of all time.
And I think this is one of the most infamous ways to reveal this, right? That's how we got to do it. I mean, it's a big card, big pomp and circumstance here. So I'll let you guys take it over if you wanna reveal it, and if we could place it on the stand there.
It's your card.
It's ours?
You want to open it? You feel free.
All right, I got
man.
supervision, so I guess I feel comfortable.
Man.
All right. Here, you know what, Stevens? Could you pop over in the overhead? Here's what I'm gonna do. There we go. We'll put it in the frame like that.
You want to do one latch? I'll do the other.
Sure. You want to do it together? We'll do it together. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for.
This is intense.
One latch for you. Let's see. Can we see it? Okay.
So you are number one.
We're number one.
Well, they're both of yours, but
Okay. Well, we're looking for number one. That's the one we're looking for. Okay. Here we go, guys. Nice and easy. You guys just make sure that I am still on camera with everything. There it is. Let's pop this out. Ooh. Ooh-wee. Ladies and gentlemen, I am way too poor to be holding this. There it is. The 1.5 Sweet Caporal Honus Wagner. Ladies and gentlemen, in my hands.
congratulations.
I'm not even sweating. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys bringing this into us. All right.
From the time it left the warehouse to right now, and never left our site.
I could tell. You know what? I know you guys had a good look at it. Eagle eye. Eagle eye. So there it is.
Amazing.
Can you guys see that? Here, let me turn it around for the folks at home. Give you a view. Look at that. Beautiful encasing, too. I mean, pulled out all the stops. An absolute gorgeous, gorgeous piece. Now in the possession of Dave and Adams. How about
Unbelievable.
it? Unbelievable.
We're even going to let you keep the traveling case. How about that?
Oh,
Really?
beauty.
As a bonus?
As a bonus.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? You know what 3.7 gets you? It gets you that card, but not only that, we're going to throw in the flawless case for free. How about that?
Love to hear it.
You guys are far
my
too
bad.
kind to us, I must say.
The case is almost $1 million. So
I know, right? Jeez. So really, we're really running it up here. We're really running up the bill. There you have it.
I'm speechless.
What card you got now?
Quite a card, I know. And he's going to be the centerpiece as he is right now. It's going to be a centerpiece for the show, for the company. So, gentlemen, once again, really appreciate you guys.
Yes.
pleasure.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
All right.
Thanks for taking good care of it.
You did. You guys took great care of it.
There is some paperwork we have to do.
Well, see, Troy can't do the paperwork, but Adam of Dave and Adams, I think he can do the paperwork.
Yeah.
I was going to say, they sound like they were going to put a hit on me if I didn't do the paperwork. See how easy I threw him under the bus there?
Wow.
Gentlemen, thank you again, though. Really
Thank you,
appreciate
thank
it.
Congratulations.
You guys have a good one. Safe travels.
And Tony. Thanks, Tony.
Woo! Tony, give it up for
Wow.
Tony. Great guy Tony was, eh? Yeah, if you don't mind, we're gonna shut the door. Now that we have this in our possession, shut it down. This is gonna be like Fort Knox, ladies and gentlemen. He is staying on the set with us.
Brace yourself.
Listen. Woo. Boom, baby, in the room. Boom, 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 boom. I want Honus in my room and spend the night together from now until forever.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Dave, can you actually go out to the wide shot, please? Mr. Stevens? Thank you, sir. Okay.
I think we should get to know Onus.
I think we absolutely should.
So,
Honus, how you doing, brother?
how's it going?
You look great. I tell you, for your age, you look fantastic. My God. What's your secret? Is there skincare? What is your
Tilt it?
tilt it? All right. Give it a little tilt.
Like towards you?
There we are.
There.
Look at that.
I can't believe I'm touching this right now.
Yeah, what's your skincare routine, Honus? Now, Honus, if you don't know about him, the interesting part about Honus here is that he loves long walks on the beach. He loves candlelit dinners. And when he's not playing baseball, he actually enjoys ripping Tops packs. He's a big collector, that Honus is. So there he is. Look at that, front and center. With David, right? Wow.
Oh,
What a
my
great.
goodness.
Somebody said, what a great giveaway for the day. Yeah, of course. We're obviously going to give him away. So there he is. Mr. Wagner is going to join us for the rest of the show. Can we get you anything?
Want some water?
Water, pop,
Tea, coffee.
coffee.
Man of
Are you sure?
man of not too many words.
Yeah, he doesn't really have much to say. You know what? It's early, so maybe he's just waking up. Could be it.
Could be.
Yeah,
Not-
beer, hot dogs. What do you want? Anything.
Onus Wagner, confirmed not a morning person.
Not a morning guy. Maybe we'll bring him back on at 11 and he'll have a little more to say. So there it is, guys.
More at
the
11.
Honus Wagner.
Wow.
That's right. Give it up. Come on. How about it? He is with us now, and this is where he's going to stay. Oh, hell yeah. All right. Well,
Man, I feel poor.
I did. Yeah, dude, I was way too, my pits were, you know what the funny thing is? My pits were sweating. Like, I was hot, but my hands were dry. I was actually pretty proud of myself.
They, I don't know, like just
Keep the liquids away from Mr. Wagner. The chat.
Oh, believe me, I move my mug as far away as possible. Even my water jug staying on the ground.
Chat, are you guys excited to see this? How about it? Honus Wagner. So that's it. We'll talk to Honus maybe later in the show. We'll get his opinion on Mac Jones versus Bailey Zappe because we all know he's really into that. But remember we said something about 11 a.m.? Do you remember that? That we're moving next Monday, right? Halloween, spooky season, obviously.
More sleep.
Well, actually, we got a video for you. So how about you check out our move to 11?
Where is Troy?
Call Yarger. Tell him I'm outside.
Just the guy I'm looking for. Good grief. Hello, where are you?
Yeah, hey, I'm outside with the moving truck.
What are you talking about, the truck?
We're moving. I'm outside, but we gotta come outside. We gotta get this packed up.
What do you mean we're moving?
Dude, the chase. We're moving the chase. That literally was the plan all along.
Bro, the time is moving, not the studio.
Oh, yeah. No. I knew that. I'll be in a second. Don't worry. I'll be right there. Oops. This is The Chase, David Adams' sports card talk show. The Chase will give you all the freshest topics and releases in the hobby,
as well as the most up-to-date topics in sports. We'll also feature giveaways every show and host live guests to talk about all the hot pulls and chit-chat in the card world. Tune in live to our Twitch stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern, or watch afterwards on YouTube.
And don't forget, it's all about the chase.
I feel bad that you paid that rental fee for the moving truck.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's not talk about it.
It happens.
Obviously, a very chaotic start to the morning, but how about that? You still got a taste of the Chase intro song. So there it is, 11 a.m. Please make sure you are joining us next Monday. Next Monday. I'm talking like Yarger today. I'm doing the Yarger. I'm doing my Yarger impression today.
Oh,
hey, how you doing? How you doing?
God, burn!
All right, but remember, next Monday is going to be an Ask Me Anything, an AMA with Adam. Yes, that's right, Adam of Dave and Adams. So make sure you're there. Make sure you're going to submit questions to us. If you want to ask Adam a question, submit it to thechase@dacardworld.com. All right.
Despite popular belief, I am not the Dave of Dave and Adams. I just want to point that out.
And I am not the Adam of Dave and Adams. I have been asked that before. This is a shoot. That's truth.
Believe me, national, about 17 people asked me if I was the Dave, and I'm like, no, if I was the Dave, probably wouldn't be here.
Milestone marker again. We got episode 60, so let's get the people going.
Yes.
As if they weren't already lit up. Why don't you light them up, Yarger, with the quote of the day? Hump day.
Remember, people don't care what your brand says. They care about what you do for them. Tim Knowles.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Another juiced episode for y'all. We have today's new releases, as well as CGC beginning to grade video games. We'll also have another Bills tailgate break this upcoming Sunday, so we'll talk about that. And some refs were in hot water after what appeared to be as getting an autograph from one of the NFL's best. We have an update on that. And I think you all knew we'd have to mention this. Is Mac Jones on the hot seat in New England? We'll discuss his future with the team and his stock later on. Next, we have another great live guest on the show. Today, we have Ryan Holland of Real Sports Cards in Minnesota. We're looking forward to chatting with him. And last, but certainly not least, we have our box rip giveaway for the day. Today, flash David real quick, please. We'll have 3-2 baseball. 3-2 baseball for Panini product there. And actually, the chat, we want to turn it over to you. Let us know, how do you think you should enter to win this box? So let us know what you think. Maybe a baseball related one, since it's a baseball product.
I have some ideas, but I want the chat to pick this.
All right, we'll harbor those ideas.
Yes.
Before we get ahead of ourselves, let's get a winner of Monday's certified football. Let's see if Meerkat got me a winner. All right, we'll wait on that. Okay,
we'll get it at the end.
Listen, we did have the freshman fabric signatures of Zamir White, in addition to patches of Aiden Hutchinson and James Cook. And I'd be remiss if, of course, I didn't mention the out of 25 Bruce Matthews Oilers auto. Let's go. Yep. So I think we're going to get to what is hitting the shelves today. So how about that?
Yes.
Do you want to do that? Do you want to do the new releases?
Yeah, we'll just go right to new releases.
How about that? What is up first for us? What is on tap?
All right, so the first one we got is 21-22 Panini Select Basketball Hobby. Excuse me. Was like yawning and like mumbling words. Sorry. Here there are 3 autos or memorabilia cards per box and 12 prisms per box. Collect 3 tiers of base cards and look for rookie jersey autos and try to find those great one-of-one black prism parallels. Rookies in this class include Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley, Jalen Suggs, Jalen Green, Josh Giddey, Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, and many, many more.
Next up, we head to the Gridiron for 2022 Panini Black Football Hobby. Here, there's 1 rookie patch auto per box, including rookies such as Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis, Sam Howell, Chris Olave, Drake London, and Garrett Wilson. There's also 1 additional auto per box, as well as a mem card. You'll also want to look for the brand new Iconic Impact ink cards.
Nice. Now, moving forward and sticking to the Gridiron, we have 2022 Panini Select Draft Picks Football Hobby. Here, there are 6 parallels and inserts per box, including 3 autos and 3 prism silver parallels Additionally, look out for the X Factor signatures. This product will include the Kenny Pickett draft class rookies that Troy just named, so be on the lookout for that.
Next up, we're going to go from football to football with 2022 Topps Chrome MLS Hobby. Here you'll find 1 Chrome auto per box. Be on the lookout for future star inserts as well as the 1959 Topps football inserts. Also, keep your eyes open for the base autographed parallels. There are 18 packs per box and 4 cards per pack.
Beauty. And next up, a sport we really haven't talked much about on this show.
Yeah.
Lacrosse. We have the release of 2022 Topps Premier Lacrosse League Hobby. Here, there are 2 autos and 1 relic card per box. There is a 200 card base set, and look for a base set image variations. Additionally, you can find Premier Patchet relics. There are 20 packs per box and 8 cards per pack. Stevens, what do you say? You think we can get a Dane Smith out of this? Hell yeah.
The Great Dane. Yeah, baby. Okay, so that is it for new releases for today, Wednesday. We'll have Fridays on Friday, obviously. And now we're going to turn it over to what's going on around the hobby. Let's head to our friends over at CGC, who recently made a big announcement regarding their services. Got some classic video games laying around that you've kept in good shape? Well, guess what? You can now submit them to CGC for grading. That's right. CGC announced they will be taking submissions from all consoles such as Atari, nice, Sega, Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, and more. Every game, box, manual, and insert certified by CGC video game is backed by their CGC guarantee. The CGC guarantee gives collectors and dealers confidence, making it easier and safer to buy, sell, and collect video games. CGC will grade these with a 1.0 to 10.0 scale, with 9.0 to 10.0 being in decimal points such as 9.2, 9.4, 9.6, 9.8, and 9.9. On CGC's website, they said they've, quote, invested significant time and resources to develop the hobby's best holder for video games. The result is a display-worthy holder in several sizes that provides superior long-term protection with specially designed corners that prevent damage to sealed games. Crystal clear optics showcase a game's color, detail, and design, while the sturdy, ultrasonically welded case resists impacts and tampering.
Another thing I've seen on there, they are actually grading PSP games, and it just blast from the past. So
core memory unlocked when I had PSP, man. That didn't last long. RIP the PSP.
Yes, just staying up late under my bed, just playing the PSP. Anyways, getting too off topic. Hey, don't forget the Buffalo Bills are at home this weekend for a Sunday night battle versus the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers. You know what that means. We're going to be live from Wings Flights of Hope for another tailgate break. The 8-box random team mixer break will include product from 2018 up to 2022, meaning, yes, you can possibly get a Josh Allen rookie card in this break. Speaking of Allen, those in the break will have a chance to win an Allen full-size helmet, autograph helmet, that is, in addition to a Charles Woodson full-size Packers helmet. So to get in on the fun, head to dacarwell.com/live. But first, we have a fun little video for you.
Ready, Hey guys, don't end up like me. Make sure you're checking out the next Bills tailgate break at 4 p.m. this Sunday on twitch.tv/DACarWorld. This 32-spot random team mixer gives you the opportunity to chase rookies from 2018 all the way to 2021.
David Adams is giving you this break at a great discounted price. Oh, and did I mention? There's giveaways. If you're in the break, you can win a Charles Woodson or Josh Allen helmet.
How was my Aaron Rodgers?
Pretty good. I just want to point out that was probably the tiniest helmet ever, and I'm surprised Troy lasted as long as he did, squeezing that on his head. When he took that off, his face was redder than a chili pepper.
Bro, I'm telling you, if you look at that video, my face is redder than a mother. I am tomato because that helmet is squeezing me so hard. But just trying to really pump up my acting credentials. I mean, minor, guy who goes and buys a diamond ring from a store, Aaron Rodgers, myself, really just trying to cut my teeth in the acting biz, really get my IMDb page. Could somebody make me an IMDb page? That'd be pretty funny.
The only difference between you and Aaron Rodgers is you actually like your family. So
next up, some NFL referees are in deep hot doo-doo after they were caught receiving autographs from Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Evans. According to the handbook for refs, that is a big no-no, as referees, quote, shall not ask players or coaches or any other team personnel for autographs or memorabilia. This is obviously because the NFL does not want any ref showing any kind of favoritism or bias towards one player. I don't know if favoritism would have helped here, as the Bucs continue to slump 21-3 versus the Christian McCaffrey-less Panthers. And either way, the NFL cleared the refs of any wrongdoing on Tuesday, as Evans said he was giving the ref his number to give to a golf pro for lessons. Same.
got it. Mike Evans, big golf guy. Yeah.
Big Daddy hacks on the course.
Next up, let's stick to the gridiron. Mac Jones started Monday night versus the Bears, but was quickly yanked in favor of rookie Bailey Zappe. Zappe was welcomed with erupt cheers from the New England faithful, just, 1 year after Jones seemed to have the Patriots QB future locked up for years to come. Zappe came in and walked the Patriots down the field, but finished 14 of 22 at 185, a touchdown and 2 picks, and he also lost a fumble. Following the game, Bill Belichick was mum on who would start next week. So I got to ask, chat, Troy, Pat, Stevens, could Mac's time as a starter be coming to a close, or did Zappe's second half keep the door open for Jones?
So first of all, I want to say Bill Belichick was silent on this. You don't say.
Well, yeah. True.
He didn't have anything to say? No kidding. Honestly, I think they have a better shot of winning the game with Bailey in the game. Because even when Mac was out, he showed us glimpses of he had the ability. He could do something. And actually, they won 1 or 2 games under Zappe, right?
They did. He's 2-0.
Or he's 2-0. He's 2-0. And honestly, yeah, but you got to think about it too. He comes in a situation where Mac had started the game. He comes in, leads them to back-to-back touchdown drives. Okay?
True.
So I got a feeling that there is a real quarterback competition here. Now, do I think they're going to go back to Mac next week? Yes. I think they are going to start Mac. I really do. But if Mac keeps trending in the way he is trending, then I certainly see Zappe being the starter by the end of the year.
All I'm going to say, September 26th, 2022, I said sell Mac Jones. That's all I'm going to say. Just some statistics here. You go to our eBay price guide, Mac Jones rookie cards. August 5th, 2022, when basically preseason, all that stuff heating up. 476 total Mac Jones rookies sold, average of $175.25. Let's fast forward to today. So far, very early, 90 have been sold for an average of $39.60.
Yeah, so I did a little research myself here. I did the eBay price guide. I put in Mac Jones Panini rookie auto, and I did Bailey Zappe Panini rookie auto. So yesterday, let's take yesterday, because obviously very still early in the day here on Wednesday. So Tuesday, only 6 sold, but they sold for $306. Mac Jones Panini rookie autos. Okay, we take a look at Bailey Zappe yesterday. 61 sold for $433.92. And that comes a day after they were down at 128 and only 9 of them sold. Okay? So you tell me what's going on here.
Yeah.
You love it, baby. That's card collecting. You see it. And Mac Jones, you see what he was, say last week here. This is my Mac Jones lookup, I think. 200. What else we got here? I'm looking 420. What else is going on here? Which one? 510, and then you come to today and what's, recently been selling 200, 197, 171. And then you go to Bailey Zappe, 277. I mean, he's got national treasures, obviously, but it's in his college uniform. 604, a gold standard here, 281. Very actually useful noise there. I think Bailey Zappe, obviously, in the short term, stonks are going up. Mac Jones going down. I think if you're stuck with Mac, you're stuck with Mac Jones cards now. I don't know.
Just another Zappe fact. I typed in just Bailey Zappe rookie, so generic, whatever. September 24th was the day before Mac Jones hurt his ankle. Zappe cards, there was only 8 rookies sold, $11.30. Remember, Zappe doesn't have much product out right now.
Right. Well, right.
So 8 were sold, $11.30, September 24th. 25th, the injury happens. Fast forward to yesterday, 1,079 sold, $92.79 average.
There you go. Proof is in the pudding of what is happening, obviously, after the results of Monday's games. People really believe that Zappe is going to be the starter and Mac is going to end up on the bench, which, if it keeps trending the way it is, seems like it'll happen that way.
Get your Mac Jones Carolina Panthers jersey ready, Stevens.
All right, what do you say we get to the live guest today?
Yes, I'm totally in.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so our live guest today, we have Ryan Holland of Real Sports Cards up in Minnesota. I got the chance to meet Ryan at the Industry Summit and heard him talk on the LCS panel. We'll talk a little bit about that and all the things he does for his shop's community up in Minnesota. And if you didn't know, his shop looks pretty cool too. I'm not going to lie. I've seen some pictures. So without further ado, let's bring on Ryan Holland. Ryan, how are you, my guy?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Pretty good. Can't complain. I mean, we got this freaking Honus Wagner card sitting with us, unbelievable.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever met Honus. So Honus, Ryan Honus.
Yeah, say hello, Honus. Oh, we've realized that he's not much of a morning person. So
yeah, he's not being rude. It's not you, it's him. He's just a little quiet.
And here, on the other hand, I was in here super early today pulling all the Zappies out of my dollar boxes.
Hey.
there you go.
Do you want to do a little spoiler alert? What box are they going into?
I don't know. Do they have to go into the big display cases and replace Mac Jones? It's hard to tell at this point, right?
Hey, I'm a big believer. Sell Mac Jones. I said it months ago. I said it before the season. People didn't trust me.
I mean, we were just before you hopped on with us, we were just talking about that. So, in your honest opinion, I mean, do you think they go back to Mac to at least start the game? To at least start the game next week, or do you think he's done and Zappe's going to be in, and people should really be, watching the rising stock of Zappe?
No, I have to imagine they still think that Mac Jones is their future quarterback, and whatever issues Mac was having, they probably spent a lot of time on that this week, and I think he'll probably be running back out there again.
Yeah. It does seem like there will be a little bit of a competition, so it'll be interesting. But so, I mean, I guess, what do you think that means for Mac Jones cards? Do you think people are panicking and dumping them? Should we still possibly be holding the Mac Jones stuff? What do you think on that?
I don't hold much personally. I think you sell on good, just like stocks, right? Sell on good news, buy on bad news. So, technically, the play today would be to sell Zappe and buy Mac Jones. If you're holding, I hate selling at the bottom, and we know that Mac Jones has shown himself to be very talented. So it's hard to throw all of that out the door because of one game.
Something I'm really curious about, just since we're on the topic, and then we'll kind of move on to some other questions. But that 2021 class of, let's just take the quarterbacks, because obviously that's what everybody chases in card collecting for the most part if you're buying modern product.
Yeah.
I feel as though there was a lot of hype around them. That last year in cards was huge for football, for the quarterbacks. Unfortunately, Trey Lance injured, but the other guys, I know it's still early, and maybe give it to their third, fourth year for them to really blossom and really hit their stride. But what's your opinion? I feel like so far they haven't really met the expectations that we all thought they were going to have.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, these guys are rookies. Right? I mean, they're, and a lot of times we're paying Hall of Fame prices for rookies based on what they might do. I mean, that's just part of this hobby, right? We're all trying to guess the future. Same thing with Bowman, right? I mean, with a couple of Bowman products coming down the pipeline here soon, we're all going to be doing the same thing all over. It's like, who's going to be good in 4 years? But that's part of the fun of the hobby. Obviously we're coming out of 2 monster QB rookie classes, with 2020 as well. The thing that I really like about 2022 is let's be honest, box prices are a little bit more affordable because you don't have some of those monster QBs driving things. And overall, I think that's great for collectors.
Yeah, no, I would agree. The hype on Kenny Pickett isn't really as hype as, the Trevor Lawrences of the world and everything. Some people are trying to buy low for Malik Willis. I mean, really for the future. But, I love talking football, but I want to get to know you a little bit.
Sure.
Tell us, how did your interest begin in the hobby? Was it as a young kid? Was it as you grew up? How did that interest come about?
Yeah, it was definitely as a kid. I grew up here in Minnesota, and as an 80s child, I was 7 in 1987 when the Minnesota Twins won the World Series. I can vividly recall, as a 7-year-old who barely knows all of the rules of baseball, jumping up and down on the couch, celebrating that World Series win. And it's 1987, the infamous wood grain border set that Topps likes to use a lot. We've seen it a lot in inserts and things like that. But that was my first set. I had a youth pastor at the church that I went to who was, moonlighting as a hobby dealer at the time, breaking cases and hand collating sets. And that's where my first set came from. And one cool full circle part of that story is that his son actually now works for us as one of our live break hosts. So it's kind of cool.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. Now that 87 Twins team, that was the Jack Morris, the Kirby Puckett year, right?
Yes.
Yes. I remember seeing a DVD on that because obviously that was before I was born, but that seemed like a pretty damn good World Series.
Yeah. I mean, Burr Blyleven, Frank Viola, some epic players.
Indeed. So I did my research. I checked your LinkedIn, and obviously you had a few other jobs, kind of outside the hobby before Real Sports Cards. So tell me, how did Real Sports Cards begin?
Yeah. So, Real Sports Cards actually started as Real Breaks. I started breaking recreationally for fun, just as a way to split cases with my friends who didn't live in the same town that I lived in, back in actually 2011, which was kind of at the forefront of breaking. But I was just doing it for fun. I had no idea that this could be a business. In that same time frame, you had guys like Chris Justice and Rich Layton, starting to build these companies to open product for other people online. But I didn't even fathom it could be a business. So I was just doing it for fun. It was how me and 5 buddies could split a case of update baseball and hit and draft the teams. And then I would open it live on Blog TV and, sort it all up and ship it all over the country to my buddies. It really wasn't until 2016 that I really started to think, oh, this might be able to be a business, from just doing it recreationally. At the time I was still, doing it because I knew that I could make like $200 a week, so that if I spent $200 a week on cards, my wife wouldn't be mad at me. Right. I mean, that was how it all came about. So
I like that you say, 2016, you're like, hey, maybe I can make this into business, expand it a little bit more.
Yeah.
How did the pandemic affect your business? Because obviously a lot of people credit the pandemic to, the boom in the hobby. So how would you say that affected your business?
The hobby was already really hot going into the pandemic, and I think people forget that a lot. Especially let's look at baseball. The baseball really got hot in 2017 with Aaron Judge and Cody Bellinger, and people were really fired up about those two guys in product. And then you had Ohtani right out of the gates in 2018 in all of these products, and then Acuna and Soto. And then in 19, you had Tatis and Vlad. I mean, the trajectory on the hobby was actually fantastic heading into COVID. We were blessed to start in 2016 and start building a business and building scale in our business so that when the pandemic did hit and you had people that couldn't watch sports as an outlet, they couldn't do sports betting as an outlet, and a lot of interest came back into the hobby on cards, we were in a really good position to benefit from that.
Yeah, no, completely agree. And all them guys just coming out of the woodworks, like just boom.
Yeah, that was a crazy time. I feel like we talk about that with almost all of our guests, how it's like we were into the hobby before, and then all of a sudden all these people, which is great. I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing, but like everybody was like, oh, I'm into cards now, collecting. It's like, what? Where were you all those years ago? But obviously happy everybody's here now. So the shop, I must say, looks pretty appealing to the eye. I gotta tell you. So I want to know though, what is the overall experience that you want your customers to have when they walk in that door to your store?
Yeah, it's the same experience that we want them to have when they join us online for our live streams. And that's just the sense of community and belonging and being welcomed no matter where you're at in your experience or knowledge of the hobby. I've been into card shops where if you ask dumb questions, you're kind of frowned upon, it's not, and we want to create a place that's a cool place to hang out. One of the features that we have in our store that we absolutely love is our luxury sports lounge with leather seating. We actually ordered all the same leather seating that they have at the Westgate Sportsbook in Las Vegas. And so you can hang out, you can have complimentary beverages. Supplies are always free when you're opening product in the store, but we want people to be able to come and be here. And one of the coolest things, I'm in a relatively small town in the Minneapolis suburbs, but it's really neat to be out and about in my town and have parents come up to me and say, man, I really appreciate your shop, knowing that when my kids go in there, I don't have to worry about it. They're safe. They can ride their bikes there and they're in good hands, and you guys treat them well and help educate them and all of those kinds of things.
That's what we need.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly what we need.
And, speaking of the Westgate, Las Vegas, I know not too long ago you were in Vegas yourself. You got to speak at the industry summit in regards to, local card shops. You were on that LCS panel. How did it feel to be a part of that panel?
I mean, it was an honor. I was on that panel with Piece of the Game and with the Roadshow guys, and two amazing guys that have built fantastic modern card shops and are looking to create the same kind of experiences. The truth is when I opened this store, I bought this building because I needed to get the breaking operation out of my house, and the shop was kind of an afterthought. Because I didn't think that the local card shop could compete with what a breaking operation can do. And so we had a little bit of freedom to do things differently. I built this card shop as like the ultimate, sports cave hangout instead of, trying to focus on how many dollar boxes do I have and all of these kinds of things. And I was blown away by our area's response to this modern card shop. People drive a long ways to come and hang out here. And it really forced me to rethink, oh, wow, this, a card shop really can be an amazing hobby experience that collectors seek out. How do we expand on that even more?
So, as part of all of what you're saying there, you talk about the culture, I guess, if you will, or community that you're building just in your LCS alone. and having the chance to discuss that. So, David heard when you were on the panel that, you discussed a lot of stuff you do for the kids in the area. So could you just talk about some of the initiatives and how important it is to help those kids in need?
Yeah, I mean, there are some things that you do as a business to make money, and then there are some things that you do as a business that is just your mission, and how you can impact other people. And I've spent a lot of time being blessed with the business that we have, trying to really focus on mission on my business. And one of the things that I'm super passionate about is kids and youth. And there are a number of ways that we're trying to impact that in our community. We partner with the St. Paul Saints, which is the Twins AAA team here locally, to sponsor all of their kids' baseball camps and their community engagement activities. One of the things that they do that's really cool is they bring their when the Saints are traveling out of town, now they got these really long away stands, right? The Saints bring all their marketing people and their organist and their announcer out into communities to bring the Saints game experience to Little League games. And we sponsor all of that and help make that possible. And then I'm really passionate about kids playing sports. So I think it's important. It was really important in my character development as a kid. Baseball is a game of losing and dealing with failures. The best hitters get out 7 out of 10 times, right? So, there's just so much that you can learn in sports and camaraderie and being a good teammate and following directions from your coach, that we believe that no kid should ever not play sports because they can't afford it. So that's a big piece of our mission is we want every kid who wants to play a sport to be able to do that.
Yeah, I love hearing stories like that. People giving back. And I'm from an area that's not decently wealthy. Like it's tough times in the area, and hearing people support other kids who want to play football, who want to play baseball. Those are the stories I live for. Like those are the best.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, we're in Minnesota, obviously, so we're in hockey country, and man, hockey's an expensive sport.
Sure is.
And if your child's never played hockey and you sign them up for hockey, ice time is really expensive, and you don't necessarily know if they're even going to like it, right? But you have to invest into pads and sticks and equipment, and it can cost you $300 just in equipment to get your 6-year-old outfitted for hockey, and they may hate it after 2 practices, right? So there's some barriers to entry there.
Oh, I remember having a decision: baseball or hockey.
One or the other.
Yeah,
One
and
or the other, for sure.
My parents were great, but I understood why I had to choose hockey or baseball, because hockey was expensive. But anyways, more about the LCS. So obviously you run a card shop. What type of role would you say LCS play in the hobby?
Yeah, there are a number of roles. Youth, I think, is one of the biggest, getting new people into the hobby and engaged and excited about the hobby because they're sports fans. I mean, I believe every sports fan should collect in some way. And it starts when you're young. The coolest thing about our grand opening 2 years ago for our store was that there were bicycles outside on the sidewalk. That was just epic for me. I remember riding my bike like 45 minutes to the closest card shop when I was a kid. And what parent would let their kid ride their bike that far these days? But, we were just off on a pilgrimage, if you will. I think that's a critical role, and it's not a role that you profit a lot from, right? I mean, they're buying, we don't have dollar boxes here. We focus on searchable slab boxes. So we have 10, 15, 20, $25 slab boxes. That's where our, Kyle Lewis and Gavin Lux experiments end up. when we get those back from grading. But they collect in a lot of different ways. I built sets when I was a kid. No one's building sets these days. These kids don't want to build sets. These kids are learning young entrepreneurship skills. The kids today are doing the same thing some of the adults are doing, chasing rookies, prospecting, investing at just a different level, and trying to pick winners and losers, and flipping cards on eBay, and these kinds of things. Like, these kids today are sophisticated. They know how to use the internet, and they're constantly coming into my store picking off cards that I didn't adjust the pricing fast enough after somebody performed. And I encourage that. I tell these guys, come in here. You know what? We don't update these prices every day. You're going to be able to find some wins, and take advantage of that and use that to fuel your passion. So I think that's a huge role. And then education. Education, it isn't just for kids. It's, anyone jumping into the hobby. You should be able to come into this store, and however you want to collect, we should be able to help you do that. If you want to chase high-end cards and national treasures, we can help you do that. If you want to build sets from Topps Heritage Baseball, we can help you figure out the right way and what you're going to enjoy doing, because there's really no wrong way to collect in this hobby.
Yeah. And I was thinking, yeah, kids are definitely way smarter with the money and the wheeling and dealing than I ever was with cards. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
So with all the change that's going on in and around the hobby, what would you say about the direction that it's heading?
Yeah, I think I'm really optimistic about the direction that it's heading. I know that there's a lot of fears. I mean, change stokes fears a lot of times, and there's people that are worried about change that might come from someone like Fanatics having a place in the industry. And overall, I think it's really good. I have had conversations with the Fanatics people, and I believe their vision is good for the hobby. They want good things for the hobby. They want it to be healthy, and and healthy, not just for them, but for collectors. They care about value to collectors as well. I think they're going to do some things to take the middleman aspect out of this industry. The middlemen, extract a lot of dollars from our industry and don't add much value back in sometimes. And they're gonna make sure that cards are going to the people, to the dealers who are selling to the collector. And at the end of the day, the more people you take out of the process, the better the pricing ends up being. I firmly believe that pricing is gonna come down as we see how they sort through this and they start getting product into the right people's hands.
Definitely appreciate your thoughts on that.
Yeah.
As a LCS, owner, obviously with all the changing hobby news every day. But before we go, we like to do this thing. We roll out the red carpet. It's your plug-a-thon. Where can the people find you and Real Sports Cards on social media?
You can find us on virtually every platform at Real Breaks Live. So you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube at Real Breaks Live. We sell all of our breaks through a Facebook platform currently. However, we are in the process of building out something a little bit different to expand our wings beyond the Facebook platform. So we'll be accessible to a lot more people who haven't been able to jump into our breaks in the past. But you can also find our stores, Real Sports Cards, on Facebook. We live stream from our stores too, unrelated to our breaks. We have a store here in Champlin, Minnesota, and a second location in Waupun, Wisconsin, which is a small town, Wisconsin. That's a short drive from a lot of different places. So we love to have collectors come and hang out. And if you come and hang out with us and you saw us on this podcast, please let us know. Let us know where you heard about us.
Absolutely. Absolute pleasure having you on. If I'm ever in Minnesota, I'm definitely stopping by because that sports lounge definitely sounds right up my alley. But again, Ryan, thank you so much for coming on, and appreciate your time.
You got it. Thanks for having me, guys.
No problem. Have a good one.
All right, we'll see you.
Yep.
Awesome guest.
Yeah. Honus,
Okay.
what did you think about Ryan?
He just not in it today.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty good too. Really nice guy. I love that he gives back to the community. One of the real good guy champions in the hobby, I would say, right? I'm glad you agree with me.
Yep.
All right. What do you say we were talking to Ryan there. We were talking about Mac Jones versus Bailey Zappe. What do you think, Honus?
I think he's a Zappe guy.
The silence is deafening. I think he's
I think he's like kind of afraid to say he's a Zappe guy.
Mac Jones. Okay. But yeah, no, once again, thank you to Ryan for spending your morning with us. Really appreciate it. Very nice guy. If you're in the Minnesota area, obviously, visit his shop. I'd love to meet him. Hopefully he's at the Mint Collective or, National next year. But love when I hear stories about, kind of that stuff he does for the community. And he's right. When you see bikes out there and you see kids coming to your shop, it's a big thumbs up.
And where we grew up, hearing stuff like that hits home. So.
For sure. All right, I think it's time to get to our box rib giveaway. Honus, what do you say?
You in?
Are you in? All right, cool.
Sounds good.
All right, so I'm actually going to turn this one over to David. I got to do WWE Impeccable last week on Friday, so we were cleared to do Panini 3 and 2 baseball this week. So I think the baseball man himself, Yagabam, should have the opportunity to do this.
I am very excited for this one.
Very excited.
So don't forget, we have one slabbed auto and mem card along with one base, one rookie, and one insert in this box. So
nice. You're going to need a cutter though, right?
Yeah, I need a cutter. Every single show we need a cutter.
Oh, this
Wait.
is all messed up.
What'd you say, Onus? Oh.
He's been hiding it there the whole time.
Onus even came with a cutter? Oh my goodness.
Hey.
You've been hiding this from
What
us
are you
the entire
doing?
time?
You know what, though? I like your jokes. You're already fitting in well. This guy fits in. Huh? High five.
High five.
All right.
This guy.
Not much of a high five guy either. Okay.
This guy thinks because he's worth $3.7 million, he just runs everything.
All right. Well, are you ready?
Are you ready, Onus? Okay, sounds good. Here we go.
How are folks gonna win?
Yes, chat. Let's start going off. How should people win this? I want to see some ideas. I have one in my head, but obviously I want you guys. Oh yeah, let's ask Onus. Oh,
Honus, how do you think they should win the box rip? I don't know why I'm screaming at you like you're hard of hearing. Maybe that's why he's so silent. Maybe you just can't hear me. Oh, and I do. Guess what? Meerkat and the Captain Ferdinand Cody, he did get me a winner. Congrats to Jason S. from YouTube with the answer of Von Miller. If you remember, we asked who you thought Defensive Player of the Year would be. Jason S. thinks Von Miller. Jason, you are on YouTube, so please look for a comment, a reply to your comment on our YouTube video, and then please send your shipping information to thechase@DA Card World. I cannot stress that enough. YouTube commenters, when you win, please look for a reply to your comment, and then when you see that, please send your shipping information to thechase@dacardworld.com. All right, sorry, David.
I need a few of the dividers.
He needs some milk.
All right, so T-Puck says favorite Pittsburgh player of all time. Who? So Dino, I do like that one. Who will win the World Series? I think we did that though.
I think we may have done that.
Okay, so
That's the
thank
football one.
I think we have another one, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Just use that one, I guess.
Okay. Oh, and you know what? We can use my Brandon Marsh. My Brandon Marsh.
All right. Use the Brandon Marsh. Use the football one.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
What's the one you had? What's the one you had in your head?
So my idea, and it's kind of going off with PJG, I believe, is who's going to win, but how many games?
Although, wait, why don't we save that one? I like this. What do you think about this one? Wahoo says favorite World Series memory.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then we'll do yours
Hell yeah.
on Friday.
Hell yeah. Favorite World Series memory.
Favorite World Series memory. There you go. Wahoo's coming in clutch with
Wahoo's
that.
clutch. Very good.
Favorite World Series moment. Give us your favorite World Series moment in the chat right now on here or on the replay on YouTube.
Okay, are we
Please
ready?
and thank you.
Are we ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm going to go with the one on the left first. All right, let's see.
Great product. Thank you, Smarky. Hello there.
Superstar. Corbin Burns on the auto. Corbin Burns.
Nice. What's it
Out of 25.
Out of 25.
So
All
not
right.
bad. Corbin Burns. You know, pitchers don't get a lot of love on the card market, but Corbin Burns, one of the best pitchers in baseball. Milwaukee Brewers. Nice. All right. Now let's go. Brandon Marsh isn't doing a very good job of covering, but what we got? Okay, it's sideways. St. Louis, first baseman. Is it Paul Goldschmidt?
Paulie Goldschmidt.
Wow, full count swatches. Oh, full count swatches.
See what they did
3
there?
and 2. Okay.
Ah.
Big brain. Got it.
Wow.
That one is also out of 25. So
Nice.
Paulie Goldschmidt out of 25. The 3 and 2 relics. Nice.
Nice. All right.
All right, and then open up the pack.
Cubs win. Cubs win. Cubs win.
All right. Nolan Arenado.
Big Arenado guy.
That Arenado's out of 99, by the way. Sorry, I should have said that. Jaron Duran.
All right.
Do you know what number Jaron Duran is? It
I
looks like
actually don't
40
know.
something, and this is 41 out of 99. I don't think it's jersey number.
Okay.
All right. Ooh.
You're looking at me. Go ahead. What is it? Pull the Band-Aid off.
J-Rod, all rookie team.
Wow.
Out of 150.
Very nice.
Looks like blue parallel, I'd say.
Nice. Let's go.
Or blue. Oof. J-Rod.
All right, cool. Nice J-Rod insert
Love
there.
it. 126
Good stuff.
out of 150. Nice little. Nice magic. Should we give him the box too?
Yeah, we'll throw in the box. So just remember to please enter right now your favorite World Series moment. I'm seeing some Red Sox 04 stuff, and I'm loving it. You definitely got extra points in my book. So there you go. There you have it. There's the box rip giveaway. Take one last. Oh, never mind. He cut away from it really quick. I was going to say take one last look at the cards.
There you go.
J-Rod, all that. Good stuff.
J-Rod,
Corbin
Arenado,
Burns.
Duran, Goldschmidt, Burns on the auto. Not bad.
Very nice. So there it is. There's the box rip giveaway. Enter in the chat or enter on YouTube what your favorite World Series moment is. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us today. We made it in under an hour.
I'm shocked that we finished in under an hour.
Well, I think we were
Well-
kind of nervous and we wanted to impress Honus. So that's why we're
That's
trying
true.
to get it within an hour. Honus looks pretty happy. I think he wants to go to his rightful spot.
Yes.
You know, I think he's sick of being on the set. He's very Hollywood. I get a very Hollywood vibe from him.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like he's not a fan of the big lights.
Yeah, I don't think he likes me right
Bright
now,
lights.
but I think we'll be white lights. I think we'll be friends after this, though.
Yeah, we just got to get to know each other.
All right, guys. One last episode on Friday at 9 a.m. One last episode. That's right. This Friday, 9 a.m., twitch.tv/DA Car World. But then, ladies and gentlemen, once again, starting next Monday, October 31st, we're going to open up the Chase at 11 a.m. with our Ask Me Anything with Adam. Yes, that's right, Adam of Dave and Adams. Adam is going to be here on the set live where Honus is sitting. Hell, maybe he'll even bring Honus, and he's going to answer your questions. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you are sending questions to The Chase at dacardworld.com. Adam will be here. He is gracious enough to give us an hour of his time, and he will be answering your questions that we will have. So remember, send us in your questions. Stay tuned. Jersey John will be live in the lounge after this with group breaks and personal breaks all throughout the day. We'll be around doing something. Catch us on the Chase Unplugged after this on our Instagram. Make sure you're following us on our social media platforms, DA_the Chase and DA Card World across Twitter, Instagram, you name it. Catch the replay on YouTube, or if you want to listen to us in the car, catch us on Spotify and Apple. So we'll see you on Friday to close out the week and close out the era of 9 a.m. David, is there anything left to do?
No, what'd you say? Oh, he said, guess what? It's all.
No, wait, let him say it. Let him say it.
Okay.
All right, ready, Honus? You know how to end this show. Come out to the wide, please, Dave. All right, here we go. Honus, how does it go? 3, 2, 1. Come out to the wide, please. And stay on the wide, please. Remember, Honus, what is it that we always say? There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you Friday. Top guys out.